Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's video tutorial on basic Midgame tactics. This would be the first of a new section on Xiangqi Midgame, uh, whereby we'll be learning a very abstract concept of counting the number of moves. Now this is a fundamental skill that must be learned, but the concept is rather abstract. Now when the game is transitioning from the opening phase to the mid-game phase, sometimes a piece is maneuvered too many times so that such that its projected trajectory will become too tortuous. Instead of moving in a straight line, a piece may move in a curvy linear fashion. Now, before it is traded away, sometimes, sometimes when we trade material, we are not conscious of how many moves that have been used to move the piece to its current position. So with the following examples, we will learn and understand this concept better. So without further ado, let's begin with the first example. Now, in this example, Black will command and seize the initiative from Red and command and gain the initiative advantage going into the mid game. Uh, so let us use the example to explain. Central cannon, protecting the central pawn, proper horse. The opening system is basically defined. Red uses the central cannon, black uses the screenhouse defense, and instead of developing the cherry immediately, p7 plus 1 is played, which is still considered okay. Red countered likewise, okay. And Red will finally decide to develop his right chariot as a foul chariot instead of rank chariot, which is also okay. Now in this board, instead of the usual r8 equals to 9, Black would choose to play c8 plus 2, whereby the cannon is now protected by the horse. This is not so commonly seen. It can be considered to be a little bit unorthodox. But nevertheless, Red will counter with r2 plus 4. Now, at this point in time, Black would retreat his cannon. Now, once the cannon is retreated to the third rank, Black would have many options to continue with. First would be to play c2 equals to 3, c2 equals to 7, c2 equals to 8, etc. etc. Now in this board, Black Red will continue to develop his left flank with h8 plus 7. Perhaps a better move would be to advance the cannon c8 plus 5 to attack the horse. But this is not an example. We will not be discussing this. Anyway, Red will continue to play c2 equals to 7, preparing to charge the pawn forward. Now, Red makes a very uncalled for move with r2 equals to 6, perhaps hoping to play r6 plus 3 to gain some material. And Black would now play h7 plus 6 to dislodge the chariot, and also perhaps to push the pawn forward. r6 plus 3 to threaten the horse, perhaps to attempt to capture the central pawn. Black defends in this manner, and Red finally decides to trade material. So at this point in time, Black will continue with e9 plus 7 to capture to trade material. And after 9 pies, it is very obvious that Black would have already seized the initiative and commanded or controlled the situation on the board now. The main reason for this is because of Red moving the chariot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of the 9 plies, Red had used up 5 plies just to move the chariot, only to be traded away for Black's closed chariot, which has only made 1 move. So obviously this would result in a huge loss of initiative. Although when trading material-wise, both pieces are of equal value, but the efforts used in maneuvering the chariot would have been much greater for Red than Black. As mentioned earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves were used to maneuver this chariot in a very tortuous route just to trade for Black's chariot which only made one move. So no doubt, as the game goes on, after trading material, Black would command a huge advantage, and unless Black makes any major mistakes, the chances of him winning are very high. So this concept of counting the number of moves is very important, because often when trading material, we neglect or fail to appreciate the efforts put into maneuvering the pieces. So, if you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.